What defines true strength? Mastering your own mind or rushing into danger to save others? Is victory found in calm acceptance of fate or in restless action against injustice? Imagine a clash between two worlds, ancient wisdom against youthful energy, serenity against sacrifice, a battle not of fists, but of ideals. Stay until the end, subscribe now, and witness the debate. Spider-Man, the young hero who carries great responsibility, versus Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher who taught that no chain could bind a free mind. Welcome to the debate of Spider-Man versus Epictetus.
Young man, the world will press upon you with cries of urgency, demanding that you leap, act, and bleed for causes beyond your grasp. But listen carefully, no man is truly free unless he governs himself. You speak of responsibility as if it were a burden thrown upon your shoulders by fate. Yet responsibility, rightly understood, is not about saving every passerby or battling every villain. It is about mastering the only battlefield that cannot be taken from you, your own mind. I was once a slave, my body owned, my movements commanded. Chains bound my arms, but never my thoughts. Do you understand, Spider-Man? They could twist my leg until it broke, but they could not touch my freedom, for freedom lies in reason and virtue. You wear a mask to conceal your identity, but what mask do you wear before yourself? Have you looked inward to see whether your actions spring from wisdom or merely from impulse? The crowd will cheer when you swing through the city, when you throw yourself into danger. Yet the applause of the many is fickle, and the love of the people is a chain as heavy as iron. If you live for their approval, you are still enslaved. True strength is calm acceptance, to say, this is within my power, that is not, and to live undisturbed by what lies beyond your reach. I tell you this, you will grow weary, your youth will fade, and the city will always cry for more. If you measure your worth by how many you save, your soul will never find rest. But if you learn to measure your worth by the state of your reason, your courage, your justice, then no defeat can shame you, no victory can intoxicate you. Responsibility, my young friend, is not in chasing every cry for help. It is in choosing rightly, guided not by fear of failure nor thirst for glory, but by the steady hand of virtue. Ask yourself not, what do they need from me? But, what is the right act, the rational act, here and now? Only then will you be free, not the freedom of swinging between towers, but the freedom that no villain, no tragedy, no fate itself can take from you.
Wow, that's deep, really deep. And honestly, I get it. You've been through pain I can't even imagine. Chains, cruelty, no choice in your own life. And still you found strength inside. That's incredible. But here's the thing, Epictetus. I don't live in a world where I could just sit back and let things happen. I don't have that luxury. You say the crowd cheers for me, but you don't hear the screams when someone falls from a building. You don't feel the shiver when you're too slow and someone doesn't make it. I carry those moments with me every single day. And yeah, maybe that means I'm chained to the cries of the city. But if I turn away, if I say, that's not within my control, then who pays the price? Not me. Them. The ones who can't fight back. You talk about freedom of the mind, but tell that to the kid who loses his mom in an alley because no one showed up. Tell that to me, standing over Uncle Ben, knowing I could have stopped the man who pulled the trigger. You call that an external thing, beyond control? No, that's on me. That's my choice, my failure. And that's why I live by the words burned into my heart. With great power comes great responsibility. It's not applause I'm after. Believe me, the city loves me one day and calls me a menace the next. I don't swing out there for glory. I do it because I couldn't live with myself if I didn't. My mask isn't a shield against my own weakness. It's protection for the people I love. If my enemies knew who I was, Aunt May would be gone tomorrow. So yeah, I wear a mask, but I know who I am under it. I'm Peter. I'm the guy who made a mistake once and promised never again. You talk about rest. You're right, I'm tired. I wake up sore, bruised, and sometimes I wonder if it's worth it. But then I hear a cry for help, and the answer is always yes. Because maybe I can't control the whole world, but if I can save one person, just one, then I have to try. Freedom? Maybe I don't have it the way you define it. Maybe I am chained. chained to responsibility, chained to guilt, chained to the hope that tomorrow I can do better. But you know what? I'll take those chains, because those chains are what keep me human and what keep this city alive.
Young man, your burden is heavy because you confuse what is yours with what belongs to fortune. You believe you hold the threads of every life in your hands. But listen carefully. No man, not even a hero, can command fate. When death comes, it does not consult you. When evil strikes, it does not always grant you time to prepare. To demand mastery over what is not yours is to live chained to sorrow. You mourn every life not saved, yet is it not arrogance to imagine you could save them all? The universe does not bend to your will, nor mine. What bends is your judgment, and therein lies freedom, not in catching every falling soul, but in choosing to remain unbroken when the world falls apart. You think guilt makes you noble, but it enslaves you more cruelly than any villain. Release the illusion of control, and you will finally know peace.
Peace? You think I get into this for peace? Look, if I walked past a burning building and told myself, well, fate decided I'd never sleep again. People count on me, not destiny, not some cosmic order me. And if I can stop something bad from happening, and I don't, that's the real chain. That's the voice that won't ever leave me alone. You talk about arrogance, like I think I can save everyone. I don't. I know I can't. Every night proves it. But that doesn't excuse me from trying. That doesn't give me a free pass to say, oh well, that was fortune's will. Responsibility isn't a burden, it's who I am. You call guilt a prison, I call it fuel. Maybe I'll never break free from it, but it keeps me moving, keeps me throwing myself in front of arrows, over and over again. Because freedom isn't just standing tall after the storm. It's knowing I gave everything I had to hold it back, even for just one more person. That's what makes me Spider-Man.
The young hero who carries guilt like armor, and the philosopher who seeks freedom and surrender. One fights every battle, haunted by what he cannot save. The other refuses the chains of what lies beyond control. Responsibility versus serenity. Fire versus stillness. But here's the question that lingers long after their words fade. Is it noble to throw yourself into every storm, no matter the cost, or to stand calm in the knowledge that the storm was never yours to command? Spider-Man would say, to act, even when it breaks you, is the only path to meaning. Epictetus would answer, to master yourself, even as the world breaks around you, is the only true victory. And you, listener, when life demands more than you can give, when guilt pulls you under, when fate laughs at your plans, whose wisdom would you carry into fight? The restless heart of the boy who never stops trying, or the unshakable mind of the man who never breaks? The debate ends here, but your choice, the voice you follow, remains. Stay with us, subscribe, and discover more battles of worlds, more clashes of souls. Because wisdom wears many faces, and every hero, every philosopher, has something to teach you, if you dare to listen